Let's talk about losing trades. Not the tidy ones where you risk 1%, it hits your stop and then you just walk away like a robot. I mean the ones that genuinely piss you off. The ones where price legit stops you out by one tick and then runs like 50 handles to your TP. I mean we've all been there, but no one wants to talk about it. Everyone posts their winning days, their big payouts and clean sniper entries, but not the losses that shake your head mid-trade, or the ones that have you staring at the screen like what the fuck was even that? I'm 19, I trade NQ futures using a strict ICT model, but I've had trades that made me feel like I knew nothing, even after months of studying, backtesting, journaling, and doing everything right. So in this video, guys, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to break down some of the L's that humbled me, how I personally handled them, and why they were actually the turning points in my journey. Because the truth is, you don't level up from winning trades, you level up from surviving the losing ones. So let's get into the video. I'll be honest, some losses just hit different. I've had trades where everything lined up, SMT, market structure shift, fair value gap, a clean draw liquidity inside of my macro time window. So I'll enter the trade and then price comes down, literally wicks my stop out by like a tick, and then it runs straight to TP for like 100 points. And I remember sitting there, and I mean, I still do sit here sometimes because it still happens, and I'm just there like, but what the fuck has just happened? Then there was a time where I came off like a 3-day winning streak. So I was feeling myself gaining a bit more confidence, up around 40 handles on the week. So I decided to size up. One trade, no confirmation, no sweep. I mean, I just wanted to catch the move because now I've got a bit of confidence. 50 minutes later, down 60 points. Wiped out the whole week and actually ended the week in a loss. And the worst ones, the ones where I knew mid-trade that I was wrong. Like I legit entered off impulse, no sweep, no market structure shift. But I remember just sitting there in drawdown, please come back to break even. It didn't come back to break even. So I closed the chart, I opened up Instagram, pretended that the trade didn't even happen. But bro, that's not trading, that's literally self-sabotage. I mean, these are the types of trades that nobody posts, but they are the ones that build you if you actually take the lesson. Every single losing trade exposed a weakness in me. My patience, my discipline, my need to always be into something. And once I realised that, losses stopped being L's and actually became feedback. So every time I took a loss, it felt personal. But eventually I realised the market doesn't care. It's not out to get you. It's not emotional. It's just simply delivering price. So if you're catching L's consistently, it's either you're not following your rules, you don't actually have rules, or you're just trading with blind ego. Now here's what losing trades actually taught me. So number one, your model isn't broken, you just didn't wait. A lot of my early losses were just trades that I just forced too early without waiting for any confluence. No SMT, still entered. No displacement, still trying to catch the knife. If I had just waited like 2 more candles, market structure shift would have printed, fair value gap would have printed. I would have actually had a decent entry. Instead, I was just jumping in because I didn't want to miss the move. But that fear of missing out, bro, it cost me way more than missing the trade ever would have. Number two, losing is part of the business, but revenge trading kills the business. So a one or loss, that's manageable. A 3 or over leveraged revenge trade after that loss, that's the killer. I simply just had to learn to take the hit and sit still, even when it stung, even when I was tilted. Because the moment you start trading emotionally, you're not even trading your model anymore, you're just trading your feelings. Number three, my edge wasn't just the setup, it was also how I handled the loss. Number three, my edge wasn't just the setup, it was actually how I handled the loss. Anyone can win when things are going smooth, but real traders are built in the red, the drawdown. How do you respond? Do you journal it? Do you reduce size? Or do you flip bias and double down on the next setup out of anger? I mean, losses showed me if I was actually ready for this or not. And I'll be real, some days I wasn't. But those were the days that taught me the most. There's a big difference between taking a losing trade and actually being a losing trader. You can take a clean setup, follow your model perfectly, and still take the L. I mean, that's part of the game, it's normal, it's trading. But if you change strategy after every single loss, blame the market, blame ICT, blame your broker, start sizing up emotionally to make it back, or even ignore your trading journal just because you don't want to see it, then you're not just taking a losing trade, you're operating like a losing trader. So let's be real, anyone can win when the setup's perfect and it goes straight to TP. But how do you handle it when it goes against you? Do you just accept it and move on? Or do you spiral, tweak your model, and start YOLO in the next setup? I mean, that's what separates funded traders from forever demo traders, because this game isn't about being right all of the time. It's about surviving long enough for your edge to actually pay you. And surviving starts with learning how to take a loss like a fucking professional. Not emotionally, not recklessly, not carelessly, but clean. I had to learn that over time, but once I did, everything changed. So yeah, losses are part of the game, but how you handle them, that's what determines if you make it or not. Because it's not the red days that ruin traders, it's what they do after red days. You can either spiral into a tilt, chase a setup that's not there, or convince yourself that your model doesn't even work. Or you can take the L, journal it properly, adjust size if needed, and show up again in the next session with a clear head. Now that's what professional traders do. And if that's what you're trying to become, not just a chart watcher, but someone who actually builds freedom through trading, then come and level up with me inside of Blackout VIP. We trade live every single morning. I break down my model in real time. Wins, losses, everything's transparent. If you want to see how I handle my trades live, how I journal, how I keep my edge sharp, then the link to join is in the description. But yeah, guys, one last thing. You don't grow from winning days. You guys grow from how you respond to losing days. But I appreciate all of you guys watching the video. Lock in and let's keep building.